psyched? Game 5 tonight at the United Center.
Time the rumble.
That can only mean that we welcome back to the program.
The great.
And an expert on this, Mike North. How you doing, Mike?
What's up, guys? What's happening, Tommy? What's going on, Ames?
Well, we know it's do or die for the Chicago Bulls, and let's start with the injury list. We know Derrick Rose is out. Joakim Noah, is he going to play tonight or what?
No. He's out. I don't think he's going to play. Taj Gibson has a bad knee. You know what? It's just been the perfect storm of injuries. I mean, Derek had about 4 or 5 of them. The knee injury was the last one. And the thing I'm starting to worry about, forget about this year. It's not going to happen. I don't think it was going to happen even if Noah played. It's just too hard to lose not only a great offensive player like Derek, but a defensive player. And then you lose a defensive player in Noah. You can't lose offense and defense with those 2 players and expect to contend. What I'm worried about is people are forgetting he blew out his knee. Now, you know, people have come back from these many, many times because of surgery now being more advanced and stuff like that, but it's still a serious injury. Plus, he had the groin pull this year. He had the shoulder. He had ankle problems. So next year, it's going to be interesting when he does come back, how he's going to fare, because I can't believe he's going to be the same. I mean, he's like a Ferrari when he came into the league, and you have a couple dings and dents, it starts to wear you down.
Well, what about Luol Deng? He's got a wrist injury, correct? But now I heard he's waiting till after the Summer Olympics because he's playing for England. I mean, who does he belong to? Does he belong to us or does he belong to the UK?
Yeah, the Bulls playing $100 million. They gave him an extension of $75 million. Everybody keeps bringing up the fact he's injured. They only bring it up a lot when he plays bad, which means he's played bad this whole series. He chastised people for not donating to the Sudan back in the day, which is a wonderful charity. And at that time, he turned down $85 million. I mean, so I'm not a fan of his. I didn't believe he deserved the All-Star nod. He's showing everybody what he's about right now. He's had no double-digit. And you know what? When you lose Derrick Rose, you're going to lose the guy that gets you the ball in favorable spots. Hamilton struggling, Korver struggling, Deng struggling. But if you're an All-Star, you're supposed to show better. I mean, people get on Carlos Boozer. Boozer's been playing good. Boozer had over 20 points, had 11 rebounds the other day. He's doing what he can do, but he just doesn't have enough help.
And you mentioned the Rose injury. It's going to be 2 years before he's back to whatever he can come back to.
Yeah, I think he comes back like halfway through next year. And you know, it's not like, I mean, he basically had somewhat of the same injury Sayers had. But, you know, back in the day, they'd slice your knee open. I mean, you know, you'd look like a railroad yard with the stitching and everything else.
I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, easy, Amy. So
that's a hot look.
I know, yeah.
I mean, when you're down there tying their shoes, you know, you see the scar on the knee.
You got like the Metro station. You know what I mean? There's tracks all over the place. So it's a little bit different now, but it's still something. I know he's young. Thank God he's young enough and he's going to work hard. He's a hard worker. I don't expect any problems, but it's still a concern.
So is this because it's such a condensed season this year? Is that why all the injuries
I think for him it was. He worked out harder, they say. 3 of the 4 guys he worked out with. Westbrook's okay, but Kevin Love got hurt. Of course, he got a concussion from an elbow, so they had nothing to do with the workout. Rubio himself. They worked hard during the offseason, harder than anybody, so when he took the court, they didn't have any rest days. They didn't have any days you could take it easy. They were doing 4 games in 5 nights, 3 games in a row on the road, and I think that did contribute to it.
So your prediction for tonight, the Tribune poll says 64% of the fans say they won't win tonight, 36% say yes. What do you think?
I think they win tonight, and I think they lose the next game. I think I just think they're still, you know, they got pride. They have a good coach, but isn't it amazing? And I've always said this about any great coach. You lose your key players, you look like you couldn't coach junior high.
Right. How about the White Sox before you leave?
Ouch, babe.
Yeah.
They lost a doubleheader yesterday.
Yeah, and people don't care. That's what's even worse.
I care.
How about Matt Thornton?
Amy cares, I understand, but Amy, we need more Amy's.
Yes.
Matt Thornton, I mean, you look, they don't have a closer. I mean, they've thought of every way to lose a game, but the big way they've lost games is they've blown 3-4 leads in the last inning or 2, and that's hurt them.
And Cubs are playing a little better than you thought,
I like the Cubs.
Yeah.
I like the way, look, they don't have the talent yet, but I know what they're doing, and what I'm seeing guys do, and what we didn't see in years before, guys, is what, you know, there's no lollygagging. They're running hard. They're playing hard. They're stealing bases. They're hitting.
Good manager, too.
They have a very good manager. Fame's a good manager. I think they're going to be okay, but it's going to take a couple years because they're going to try to do it right, and Epstein's got the track record.
All right. Well, thank you, Mike North.
All right,
great
guys.
to hear you, buddy.
Great to talk to you. Take care.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
That's Mike North, the one, the only. And, of course, good luck to our Chicago Bulls tonight.
Right.
We wish them well.
I'm Mike North for the Village of Rosemont. From the 9th largest convention center to restaurants to theaters, sports venues, and hotels. 5 minutes from O'Hare, You got it all here. Rosemont, you can't miss it.